I know what wounds look like. Legs blown off, heads imploded into a bloody, pulpy mass, gaping holes in stomachs, pools of blood, cries of the dying, sometimes for their mothers, and the smell of death, the supreme sacrifice made for flies and maggots. Despair and suicide grip survivors. More Vietnam veterans committed suicide after the war than were killed during it. The inhuman qualities drilled into soldiers and Marines in wartime defeat them in peacetime. This is what Homer taught us in the Iliad, the great epic on war, and the Odyssey, the great epic on the long journey to recovery by professional killers. Many never readjust. They cannot emotionally connect with wives, children, parents, or friends, retreating into personal hells of self-destructive numbness, anguish, and rage. Writes Chris Hedges in his latest book, The Greatest Evil is War. Hedges is my favorite writer. He writes a weekly column for Chirs and has a weekly show, The Chris Hedges Report, on the Real News Network. He's written many books, including the following, which I've read: Wages of Rebellion, American Fascists, Death of the Liberal Class, Days of Destruction, Days of Revolt, Our Class, America, the Farewell Tour. Stop what you're doing and read The Greatest Evil is War. I recently finished it. Very short, less than 200 pages. Set aside a Saturday and Sunday, and you'll probably finish it before the day is done. This book is a reminder of what conventional war is. I say conventional because I'll get to nuclear war later. War is not good and heroic. The current Ukraine war is not the good Ukrainians versus the evil Russians. The US should unilaterally leave NATO. Stop giving money and weapons to Ukraine. Now $80 billion. That's billions with a B. And Russia, Ukraine, and Europe must cease all fighting and begin peace talks. The current Ukraine war runs the risk of becoming a nuclear war. No one will win a nuclear war. The best way to help Ukraine or stand in solidarity with Ukraine is to call for an immediate ceasefire and peace talks. Giving the president of Ukraine an Oscar does nothing. We Americans forget our war failures. The Korean War did not unite the Korean Peninsula. America lost the Vietnam War. America lost the Afghanistan War. America lost the Iraq War. It's possible that America will not lose Americans in Ukraine. Instead, it will lose $80 billion. Money that could be used to address homelessness and healthcare and unemployment in America. It's also possible that American troops will fight Russians in Ukraine. And it's also possible that America and Russia will enter a nuclear war, which will result in the extinction of humanity. It is madness that America is giving money and weapons to Ukraine. Russia invaded Ukraine, not America. America had no legal obligation to help Ukraine kill Russians. There is a long shared history between Russia and Ukraine that America is not a part of. America out of Ukraine now. America out of NATO now. Peace now.